Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a fascinating topic, Chernobyl monsters. You heard that right. It's a mix of history, horror, and a sprinkle of folklore that has captivated so many. But what's true and what's just spooky stories passed around? Let's explore. First, let's quickly rewind to April 26, 1986, when the Chernobyl disaster shook the world. An explosion at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant released a significant amount of radiation into the atmosphere. The nearby town of Pripyat was evacuated, and it became a ghost town overnight. Fast forward decades, and Chernobyl became this eerie yet intriguing place, devastated but somehow thriving in a very different sense. It's a stark reminder of human impact on nature. Now, here's where things start to get interesting. After the disaster, people began to talk about strange creatures roaming the abandoned landscapes. This folklore didn't just spring up from nowhere. It was shaped by the fear and mystery surrounding the site. The tales about monsters and mutations became a part of the local culture, like urban legends that just wouldn't die. You can imagine how this dark chapter in history nurtured some wild stories, right? So, what kind of monsters are we talking about? Let's dive into some of the favorites. First up, we have the infamous Chernobyl dogs. After the evacuation, dogs were left behind, and now they're feral and roam the zone. Some reports suggest they might have even adapted to the harsh environment, like their very own version of survival of the fittest. Then there's the tale of the Red Forest, a place where the trees turned red from radiation. People say you can hear strange sounds and see unusual wildlife lurking around, like something straight out of a horror movie. And let's not forget about the chupacabra. Yes, the legendary creature known for its vampiric tendencies has supposedly been spotted near Chernobyl. Imagine that, a goat-sucking monster hanging out in one of the most contaminated places on Earth. How wild is that? All right, let's put our serious hats on for a second. When it comes to radiation, we know it can lead to genetic mutations. Scientists have observed changes in local wildlife. Certain animals might exhibit physical differences due to the radiation exposure. But don't let those horror stories creep you out too much. Most species are doing all right and adapting to their environments. So while there are some real mutations, they aren't necessarily the monsters we imagine from the tales. Speaking of monsters, let's talk about how movies and TV shows have taken the Chernobyl lore and run with it. From chilling documentaries to intense horror films, Chernobyl is often depicted as a breeding ground for terrifying creatures and supernatural phenomena. Take the HBO series Chernobyl. It portrayed the horror of the disaster with gripping realism, which added to the mystique. It certainly fuels the imagination, making people wonder what really is lurking in that radioactive wilderness. Now, it seems that the curiosity surrounding Chernobyl has turned into a tourist phenomenon. People are heading into the exclusion zone to explore the ruins and maybe catch a glimpse of a monster. Don't worry, though. There are strict regulations and safety measures in place to ensure visitors stay safe while soaking in the eerie atmosphere. Imagine standing in a place where history unfolded in such a dramatic way, all while searching for a glimpse of something otherworldly. So, there you have it. The blend of real history and folklore surrounding Chernobyl creates a fascinating tapestry of tales and legends. The monsters we discuss might not be real in the classic sense, but they reflect our fears and fascination with the unknown. What do you think? Are these stories just myths, or is there a kernel of truth hidden within? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more captivating explorations into history and myths. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.